All right, it's time to talk homes with Connecticut's 1% full-service listings real estate brokerage, Rockoff Realty.
Yeah, so here we are with Kevin Rockoff. He's a broker and co-owner of Rockoff Realty. Thank you for being here.
Give us the market update. Give us the market update. Nice to see you.
It's in the same weather as last month, where inventory is tight. Home sales are declining. I think year over year, April of this year versus last year, the number of sales was down 30%.
So is that an inventory thing, or sales? Or like, is it still a good time to sell your home?
Well, the timing gets back to the question of more of your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a tough time to be a buyer now, right? Because there's very short inventory, and prices are up 6% year over year. So prices are going up. So typically perfect seller market. But that being said, you know, if you just got married and you have 2 kids and you're going to buy a home and be in it for 20 years, do you care if it's market's down 30 grand in 2 or 3 years? Do you care if the rates are 7%? Because even historically, they're not that high.
Right.
And if they lower, you can refi. So it really all comes down to why are you selling or buying, and what is your time frame? Because no one knows what the market's going to look like. You know, in a year, probably not a great time if you want to sell in a year.
What is the? I don't even know what the mortgage rates are these days. Is
about 7%.
7%.
Wow.
I mean, that's
and a year ago doing the same. Okay, so I think it's like 3,000 homes sold last year, April, versus like 2 this year. Money was effectively 0% interest. It was basically free money,
right?
Which is why things just went through the roof.
Yeah.
But now we're not building more, so that's why you still have that inventory problem.
Nice. So the one thing that's always good is to save money. So tell us a little bit about how this works, because I know people often think it's oh my gosh, that's too good to be true. But you just sold your 350th home with a 1% commission.
Yeah, it's a big milestone for us, because we started the 1% about 6 years ago, and which is basically I only charge 1% for the basic same job that other realtors typically charge 2.5% or 3%. And 6 years ago, people were like, well, you're crazy. You're going to lose money, or there's got to be a gimmick, there's got to be a catch. And I remember first I took an ad out in the local paper, the River East, which covers like Portland and Colchester and those areas out there. 1% listings. Fella calls me and he says, Winston Averill, if you're watching, thank you, my first customer. he had said, I got a condo in East Hampton to sell.
Do you still have $1 on your wall from that sale?
Not exactly, in my mind, yeah. But he said to me, he said, like, I'm super skeptical, but I'm also super cheap. So that's exactly what he did.
That sounds like you.
It sounds just like me.
You guys should be friends. Okay, so just people are thinking, okay, do I give? Am I losing something? And you're not, because basically you said the reason you can do this is because it's an old model, the higher commissions. You don't need offices, and so you can sell and make money with less overhead.
You just did a great presentation. That's exactly what it is. You really don't need infrastructure, because buyers and sellers never really go to offices anymore. So you can take that off the table, and 98% of people find their homes online. So that gets the marketing out there. Right. That's how homes are bought and sold, over the internet now. It's not like you don't need to take out an ad in a paper, which you have to pay for, to market a home.
A lot of people are buying homes sight unseen.
That happens. A lot of people, correct.
That's
video tours.
Wild.
An agent will walk in, and that's how they'll buy it. All
right. Then now this says, I'd love to join you. I'd love to join you on a listing appointment and see it in action. So this is what are we doing here? What do you got me doing now? This is crazy.
Well, the idea we were talking about before was that you actually go on an appointment and see what we do.
Right.
Because this is a big deal to a lot of people, right?
Right.
The home is the most valuable.
100%.
So there's a lot of questions and people are nervous. So we were thinking about maybe just joining on a listing appointment. Someone's thinking about selling their home and want you to go out, and we can actually go through and see in detail how we add value, what the process is, and how we do that.
So here's a call out in June. If someone wants to sell their house, Scott, Kevin, you'll show up and you can learn and you'll show how the 1% process works. I
think people might like that, because it really shows people what they don't know and what they have a lot of questions and possibly concerns about. So,
all right, well, there's the shout out. All right, Michael and Karen in Lebanon. How much?
That was a 350. That was our 350 home sold. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's the one we did. That was sold 2 weeks ago.
They saved almost.
They sold for $465,000. Beautiful photography. We did the signs, the lockbox, and they saved close to $7 grand. Because they only paid 1% versus 2.5%.
And just to be clear, if you're a realtor watching this going, well, gosh, I don't want to make 1%, you still advise the clients to give the people who show the house, the buyer's agent can still get their regular fee that they're hoping for. So you still get a lot of showings if the person wants.
Well, correct. I mean, an agent has to show a home by law. When you sign a buyer representation agreement, you have to show the home, the seller of the home. So typically there is a fee baked into that listing price.
Yeah.
Let's talk dogs real quick. You rescued 2 dogs?
We just rescued.
Now you're up to 4?
Now we're up to 4.
All right, tell us a little bit.
Oh, look at them.
Which ones are the rescues?
So the two on the bottom are the rescues. The 2 on top are the legacy. The one on the left is a rescue. The only one who's not being nice is the one on the right, who's a purebred Bichon. But all these are other rescues. But they're getting along great now. They're
Oh,
now.
is this
look,
them?
they're so cute.
Holly and Bridget, my wife likes girls next door. So.
And where did you rescue them from?
This woman named Lauren, I have to give her a shout out if I have time. Lauren Masunis, we've known her years. About 2-3 years ago, her passion is rescuing dogs. She moved to Tennessee and now literally spends her time driving around the South, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, where they have very few animal cruelty laws. So she rescues them, and we had just lost her rescue, Gracie, last winter. So she's like, man, these dogs really had a bad run. Can you take them? And we'll certainly foster them. There's no question that we're going to at least foster them, but we just fell in love, and they don't shed. They're beautiful.
Real quick, every home you sell, $100 goes to
donate $100.
Goes to an animal shelter.
Yeah,
that's
so 350 houses meant a lot of rescue
We've
money.
donated over $38,000.
Wow, that's incredible. In 6
Congratulations.
years, that's really great.
Thanks, Kev.
Thanks,
right.
guys. Nice to see you.
Nice
Good to see you.
So maybe Scott will see whoever's watching in June. And to learn
Absolutely.
more, you can visit rockoffrealty.com. Let Kevin know you saw this and that you want to do something.
Good.
He says nervously.